to a special review edition of Brian Sews. Today I'm reviewing Burda 7616, which is a men's slacks pattern. I chose to sew view B, which includes a cargo pocket and a zipper on the outer leg. This is the first pants pattern I've sewn. The only other pants pattern I've ever used is a quick sew jeans pattern. I've just been kind of making all my pants off of a modification of that pattern. This is my second pants pattern, and I was really happy with them. These are actually in muslin. I'm going to make these same pants out of a felted wool, but it wasn't, didn't want to start cutting into wool until I knew for sure the pants pattern would work. And I think it definitely does. I'm going to make a few changes, and I'll tell you about the changes that I'm going to make in the next version. I'll tell you about the changes I made in this version. First of all, I lengthened the leg by 2 inches. I did all my lengthening below the knee. I probably could have made an inch above the knee and an inch below, but I just did it all below. I also shortened the rise by an inch. So these were definitely going to be up here if I didn't do that. So that was a good call. I don't know if I would make them, if they were jeans, I might make them an inch shorter than this, but since they are slacks, they feel like that's about the right spot for them to fall. Also, if you can see that where the zipper comes down here, I didn't bring the zipper all the way down to the bottom of the pant, and that's because my zippers weren't long enough. And instead of just making the opening shorter, which I should have done, I just made it so the bottom was open all the time, which I kind of like that. It kind of falls over my shoe in an interesting way. It does make it so that you can't ever zip it up all the way, which is, or zip it down in this case. I guess that's fine. The other change I made was the cargo pocket itself was the same size pocket for all the different sizes. I'm making the smallest size in these pants, and I was thinking, that is going to be a big, huge pocket on my leg. So I reduced the size of the pocket probably at least an inch. Maybe on both sides? No, an inch total in width. The other thing I did, the pants pattern, let me remind you, I've been making jeans. So in jeans, the pocket bag is all made of a lining type, cotton or whatnot, lining type fabric. And there's a facing that goes, in jeans, there's a facing that goes here that I'm used to putting in. So when I sewed these pants, I was also thinking about, well, I'm going to be doing these in wool felt, which is rather thick. The pants pattern said just, cut this piece right here out of, just out of fabric. Well, with this fabric it would have been fine, I probably should have done that. But I was thinking if it was a wool felt, that's a really, it comes down to here and all the way up here, that's awfully thick. You've got 2 layers of wool felt right in the front of your pants. So what I did was I made the whole thing out of my lining material, my pocket bag material, which just happens to be a vintage sheet. And the problem here is that because the pants gap open here a little bit, this should have at least had a facing on it. So otherwise, right now you see the sheet sticking out. So what I'll probably do on this pair of pants, since they did turn out wearable, and I will wear them, is I'll probably take and sew this opening closed right there, so you can't see that any longer. And like I said, on the actual pants, I'm probably going to make a facing there instead of cutting that whole inside pocket panel out of the wool felt, because it'll just be too thick. The other thing I was noticing is in the back. The fit is really nice in here, just really nice, smooth, everything is great until you get underneath the seat area here, and you can see it's kind of bunching a bit. And I'm thinking this is because I've got big thighs, and I think the fabric is being pulled too much to the front. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to increase the size of the thigh, probably only in the back of the leg. When I look at the side seam, it goes pretty much straight down, which is telling me that, and my crease goes pretty much straight down the front. So to me, that's telling me that I need more fabric right here. So I'll do that on the next. And that could be because I lengthened only in below the knee. Maybe if I had lengthened an inch above the knee, it would have alleviated that problem a little bit, but I'm not sure exactly. What else about these pants? The zipper is, functional here on the leg. I'm not sure when you would unzip this type of zipper. Maybe just a little bit. It's kind of nice, so it helps your pant break over your shoe. but I'm not sure what the actual functionality is. I think it's mostly decorative. Oh, the other thing I did with the waistband, which I don't need a contoured waistband. You know, my hips don't come out that far, and my seat isn't so big that I need to really cinch it in at the top. But I do need a little bit of one. And so what I've started doing is this little technique where, as I'm applying my waistband to my pants, I will stretch it from the side seams. So this whole back area here of the waistband is slightly stretched as I'm applying it to the pants, which causes it to cinch up here at the back of the pants. But I've learned not to do it in the front here, because otherwise you'll end up, you could end up with little, you know, well, not on pants like these necessarily, but you know, it looks kind of gathered possibly a little bit if you've really stretched it out a little bit. So stretching the waistband just for the back really helps to kind of pull that in and give you a nice smooth look here. So I'm really liking that technique. I've used it on jeans for a while. This is the first slacks I've done, and it definitely works. So I think Burda 7616, this is definitely a great pattern. It fits me really well. I'm going to make a few changes, like I said, to the thigh, so that the under the seat fits a little bit better, but the pattern itself went together really well. It's got the double welt pockets, and I didn't have trouble doing double welt pockets, but there was one issue with those. The pattern itself, you won't be able to see this necessarily, but the pattern has a curved welt pocket opening. Well, that's fine. Totally okay. The problem is that it doesn't have the welts or the lips of the double welt pocket here are cut on the grain, and they're interfaced, and I used a woven interfacing that was also cut on the grain. So then I'm trying to bend this grain cut lip around this slightly curved welt pocket opening with fabric that's, you know, the fabric itself is fairly, you know, it's not, you know, not substantial fabric. So basically, you know, I could bend it around, but as soon as I let go, it, you know, goes straight again. So I probably, if I was to use this fabric again and do the same thing again, I'd probably cut my welts on the bias so I could more easily bend them around this curved shape. What happened was, because it was a curved shape, and the sides were then slightly angled because they're following the curve, and there's a slight angle there. I put, you know, the angle is there on my welt pocket, but because the welt ended up popping back out straight, you've got these angles that don't seem to make sense on the sides of the welts. So it doesn't look like it worked out quite the way it was supposed to. Also, I used Anne Rowley's, she has a Flickr photo album, I'll put a link in the blog, step by step to do welt pockets. I think she adapted it from a Burda technique. It was just perfect, amazing, just works really well. She does some really nice work, so I really appreciated her little photo, you know, step by step of the welt pocket technique. The zipper, I did not use the instructions for doing my fly zipper opening. I actually used, Sandra Betsina has on her Power Sewing series, I think on her pants, it might be on her jeans or maybe on her pants video. She has the same, it's the same technique for putting in the zipper as I believe you find in the quick sew pattern that I originally sewed my jeans from a long time ago. And it's just it's that technique where you kind of sew the zipper on, then you fold the zipper, you push it over, and then you sew it again, and then it just makes it so there's no way you can ever have, you notice that this is all, you know, this is quite snug here, but even if you pull it tighter, your fly opening never comes open. You never see the zipper tape, which I think is really nice. So that's it. So that's my review of Burda 7616. It's I don't know if I'd call it a must-have pattern, but for men's slacks, if you're a slim build, this is a great pants pattern to sew. So, hope you enjoyed it.